What's up guys, Ben Melican here back for Carl's Mystery Tackle Box. Today's a very good day because as you can see behind me, got the truck, got the boat. I'll do a 360 action. Oh, got a sexy, mysterious, foggy lake back behind me that just happens to be loaded with slaunches. Something else I'm excited about, got my Carl's Mystery Tackle Box Pro Box for the month of October. So let's get this boat dumped in. I don't want to spend much time up here talking. I need to get out there to the mysterious fogginess, and I'm gonna show you guys these baits, and then we're just gonna have to go catch some fish on them. That's all I got left to do. Let's go do it. All right guys, out to the lake. The wind picked up and blew all that fog and rain and cloudiness out. It's turned into a pretty dang nice day, and that's awesome because we got a couple hours to get out and fish on a beautiful body of water. As you can tell, we got a lot of bassy stuff back behind me. Got some grass and stuff up there too. But let's take a look at what we got in our Mystery Tackle Box Pro Box for the month of October. I'm super jacked to check this out, see what we're going to be throwing around today. I'm going to use a couple of these baits hopefully to catch some fish and show you guys how I like to use the baits in the box. Oh man, this looks good already. We got some Catchco Pro Series. These look like a little stickworm type bait. Can't go wrong with some stickworms. Of course, we got some Biospawn Exo Swim. Absolutely an awesome bait. In the fall is a swim bait, so we'll get to throwing these guys around. I'll show you how I like to fish this bait, where I like to fish it, etc. Oh man, another Biospawn bait. This is the Vile Bug, brand new. This one actually just I saw it on Carl's Mystery Tackle Box, just came out. Really good looking creature flipping bait. So hopefully we'll flip this around some of the standing timber, get a big old slaunchy bite there. Next up, Catchco spinning bait. If you guys have fished in the fall before, you'll know that this guy right here, it catches fish in the fall. So, you know, jack to be throwing that around. Of course, the Stickies trailer hook. It's awesome they gave me that because, of course, you need a trailer hook whenever you're throwing a spinner bait. And then it looks like to go along with the Senkos, we got some Zone Lock 4-aught flipping hooks, and of course, some D-nail, some Dobbins D-nail weights. So that's totally awesome. I'll show you guys how I put these guys in that Senko bait and flip it around. It's a really good way to get some more bites. Let's get them rigged up and get to casting, get to catching, hopefully. It's time to get this show on the road. I noticed there's a lot of standing timber in here, so I'm gonna start off by just doing a little bit of flipping. Got this this brand new creature bait from Biospawn that came in my box. I came to this lake today because it's got a lot of fish in it and it's got a lot of different types of habitat, and I was hoping I'd get a really diverse box with my Mystery Tackle Box, and it turns out that's exactly what I got. I got a bunch of different baits to throw a bunch of different ways, and hopefully I'm going to teach you guys a couple different sneaky little ways you can throw a couple of these baits to catch some more fish, especially this time of year. Now I'm starting off with this Vile Craw because I kind of want to just get a sense if the sun's high, you know, so usually that brings fish tighter to cover, and I really want to get a sense in if the fish are tight to cover, and this is one of the best ways to catch them is flipping a creature bait. So I'm going to make a bunch of casts, cover as much water as possible, hopefully catch a few fish. Really like a creature bait because you can work through a bunch of different areas that look like this. Some have laydowns, there's some standing timber, there's a bunch of grass, there's a couple different types of grass, and you can really fish all of it effectively with a Texas rig. There might not be a more versatile bait in your arsenal than a Texas rig. I mean, like I said, you can flip it about anywhere, you can swim it out if you want to. It's got those nice kicking tails on it. You can catch fish a lot of different ways, which is why I really like to start off with something that's nice and versatile when I get to a new body of water. Okay, all right, a fish. Not a giant fish, but this guy was swimming with it. I don't know, usually they thump it on the way down. This guy just kind of hung on, grabbed on, and swam sideways. He was on this little standing timber next to this laydown right here, so potentially flipping. I'm only on like my first 100 feet of bank. I got this behemoth, probably one of the smallest 3 fish in the history of the United States. Not a big one, but hey, hooked him right where we're supposed to. Biospawn bait here, this creature bait, this brand new creature bait. I'm liking it. This is like the first time I've thrown it before, and we're already on the board. So yeah, okay, let's keep working through these areas. Well guys, fished through the entire back of the creek area back there, and unfortunately didn't catch anything, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit excited to show you guys what I wanted to show you next, and that's a new little rigging system. This is what I've been throwing whenever I work back through an area or an area that's pressured. You know, it's kind of slick calm right now. The sun's high, so it's probably not gonna be the best bite, but this is a rig I've been throwing all year long, and I've been catching a ton of friggin' fish on this thing. It's like a Nico rig basically. I guess that's exactly what it is a Nico rig. But this one is actually with a weedless wacky hook. So we're gonna take this little 4-inch stick bait that we got in our box, and we're gonna slam this little nail weight right up in the tail. And I get a lot of questions about these nail weights in this rigging system because everyone sees me on my channel catch fish on it, and they're like, well, what's the deal with that? How do we rig it? Well, this is exactly how you rig it. So you stick it in the end there. These Dobbins ones are actually really nice. They stay in really good. And then we're just gonna go through there, right? Like in the egg sac area, and boom, that's all we got to do. Now you can also fish this if you're kind of casting far away. I'm going to be flipping it up next to this timber and stuff. Hopefully we don't get cornholed with my little spinning rod here, my little fairy wand. But you can also fish it with an O-ring and cast it out and work it back to you if you want your bait to sit up off the bottom. But this is a really good way because you can flip it next to these trees, and these fish have seen like a million flipping baits coming straight down through there. Well, this is a totally different look. It kind of spirals on the way down, and then you give it some twitches, and it does this little wacky, beautiful leg kick guy. And yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but it catches a ton of fish. Doing one of my other favorite things to do this time of the season, and that is throw up there shallow. Ooh, this guy's kind of a little humpback looking guy, but I threw this Catchco spinning bait. Not sure why my camera wasn't on. I guess that'd make too much sense, you know, if I was out making a video and my camera was on. But basically what I'm doing with this guy is, you know, I wasn't getting any bites on that little finesse setup. Start throwing this guy, bump it against these standing timbers. I mean, bump it against stumps, timber, grass, whatever. You want to make deflection with these spinner baits. Nice little stain to the water. Got a little bit of ripple now. Wind's picked up a little bit, and that's an awesome bait to throw in the fall, especially when there's a shad lake and you got a lot of shad moving back in the creek. We're probably about 2/3 of the way back in this little creek on this little lake. There's not a big shad movement. But hey, that was like my second or third cast of the spinnerbait. These things work. Been fishing up shallow this whole creek, been getting bumped and stuff, and I caught a couple of those small fish on those other baits. Super cool to catch them on the two rigging systems, both the spinnerbait with the Sticky's trailer hook and the flipping bait, the Biospon, the Vile Craw, or excuse me, the Vile Bug. But now I'm going to show you a different way to catch them on the Exo Swimmer, hopefully be able to catch them. This is how I've caught them in the past anyways. So I noticed here on my depth finder, this right here, running right through here, you can kind of see a little seam in between the trees. So that is the creek channel. That's where the old creek channel used to be, and it runs way back into the creek right there. But I'm catching small fish. Whenever I'm catching small fish, I try to fish different areas and reposition my boat. And one thing I've done in the past to catch fish in all different types of bodies of water where there's really defined creek channels is to get out with this little swim bait and fish it in areas like this. Get right on that creek channel and just count your bait down until it's probably halfway down. It's about 12 feet deep right here. And just kind of work it through there. These big fish like to suspend on channel swings. They'll suspend on the trees, the timber, brush pile, whatever. And working that bait through there is a way that you can almost guarantee yourself to catch a better quality fish. Usually the ones out here on the creek channel edge suspended are not going to be those little piddlywinks that we've been catching up shallow there. So I don't know if I'm going to catch one on today. It's kind of a hit or miss type deal, and the water is not really as clean as I'd like it to be. You know, with the swim bait, generally I like it to be as clean as possible, but this is a way that you can catch a freaking stud, is fishing out like this. Okay, one right there. All right, that'll work. Definitely a better one too. Not a giant, but hey, we will take that one all freaking day. I noticed there's like a little notch in the creek channel right here where these trees kind of came over, and I don't know if I was working it up the side of a tree or what, but this guy chased it in, and that's the best fish of the day so far, guys. That's like a, I don't know, he's not that big, but he's thicker, 2.5 pounder probably on the old Exo Swim, and I'll freaking take that. Okay guys, just got off the lake. Man, it is windy out here today, but regardless, we caught some fish on kind of a tougher fall day, but we put some in the boat using those baits from Carl's Mystery Tackle Box. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Hopefully you can take some of those tips with some of the baits that will be in your Carl's Mystery Tackle Box, either in the future or in the past, whatever. Some of those baits are new, some are old, but regardless, they all catch fish, and hopefully I helped you find out a few different ways that you can go out, throw them at your local lake. Be sure to go subscribe to Carl's Mystery Tackle Box channel right down below, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. I'm out of here. Peace.